take the first dragon of the game, the Hextech Dragon. Get a little bit of ability haste. On going to move into the mid lane here. Noticeable impact in these fights. On's just trying to soak mid-wave EXP to try to get his Tempered Fate online. Going to go and pick up a grub here for the side of EDG. BLG will then pick up the other two. So just some early objective trading here. But these teams really feeling each other out early. And I think BLG looks a little bit sharper here in Game 1 than they did in their last series versus Team WE.
Looking at the quest, enticing for BLG to walk forward here. But if they don't land their spells, then that opens up a window here. BLG, I'm worried. You really want to try to contest.
Keeper's Verdict missed. Flash by Shun. There's that Tempered Fate. TPs are coming in. EDG has been so good with them, and he's going to land very quickly and try to rip Shun apart. But Leave is in trouble when he goes down. It's first blood tonight. And now we're going to look over to Xiaohao.
Oh my God!
Gets on top of the dragon, and he takes it away for EDG. But they are losing the fight badly. BLG run him over.
2-2. I'm thinking of ballerinas, but oh, we've seen EDG dance.
Well, Leave's going to have to dance. And he danced right into a wall. Viper picks up his third kill. Already that Trinity Force after that recall.
Johnny, this next dragon in 2.5 minutes. If BLG able to grab that one, I think EDG's chances of being able to win this game become very, very slim.
Certainly could close the door on him. Here's Public Execution. On trying to head up to save Bin here. Getting quite low, and the shield is there. ZDZ will be able to finish him up, but gets slowed up on the way out. Takes another turret shot. Will be able to live, so EDG gets something back for their trouble.
This looks like a full turret going down in favor of BLG.
It's so hard. Sunyan just can't step up. It's a bit of a rough matchup at times into the Victor, and with Knight being as strong as he is right now, there's not too much you could do. So
spells back up, and I don't know if EDG necessarily have the ability to contest for this next dragon, just with everything that's been going on here in this game.
It's so difficult. They're going to have to catch somebody by surprise. You would expect them to really try to leverage this Enchanted Crystal Arrow. They haven't really tried to make any pick plays when it's off cooldown, but before an objective or anything like that, so...
ZDZ is preemptively teleporting to this. Bin would have to match afterwards. He's not going to even be able to recall. They can use the Herald as a battle bus.
Okay, here we go. Knock up, not going to land on anybody. Tempered Fate lands on the two bot laners again. Shun gets a stun off on ZDZ, and the dragon secured by BLG.
Oh my!
Kick to kick Viper to the team, but a shift. He's alive. He flashes. Viper is putting the moves on these guys, and Xiaohao can't take them down. BLG again take the fight to EDG.
Well, they win the fight. They style on their opponents, and now they're going to get 2 turrets off of this. Yanni, that feels like the closer has joined this game. Viper gets away from a Hail Mary play coming in from EDG, and now doubles their goal difference that they had right before that fight, and maybe even looking to grab themselves 3 turrets in just one trade. Lens there from his team afterwards, but the dragon not going over. Almost a frame-perfect shift coming in from Viper to survive the arrow. And EDG look desperate now. They need to find something.
Oh, they're going to try to find On. He is that something, but ZDZ cannot continue. The Drakehound step, not going to do you a whole lot of good when your abilities are on cooldown, and Knight will be able to keep everybody on EDG away, and here comes the rest of BLG. Another Tempered Fate landing on his way. ZDZ getting a lot of shielding onto the backside. He will be able to take out On, but he will fall himself. It is another favorable play for BLG. In split 3, this feels like the ultimate house.
It's game 1. It's game 1. It's game 1.
Yeah, I'm saying that they're still they still have these problems. It's not something that's gonna immediately get fixed here in the playoffs, but when you need it to against BLG, ZDZ on the side lane getting picked off by multiple members of BLG, and there's no response on the other side.
Oh, Xiaohao's walking in, trying to catch out Knight, get use of the Rocket Belt to live. BLG are just taking all of, there's an Ashe ultimate, not gonna land.
Okay.
Oh,
certainly we're. They are.
Let's go to game 2. Let's go to game 2 after that one.
Are you sure? It's still early, as you just said a moment ago. It's
earlier than split 3 for sure.
True. Here comes Shun right over the wall, right on top of Zhui. Encore lands on it too. Unfortunately for Zhui, they did not like the music very much.
For opening up and getting a ton of information. That is something that is usually hard to match versus a champion like Ashe when you have essentially free map packs.
Yeah, they were able to shut down Xiaohao a lot. All right, and Crusader landed onto On. Here comes a teleport in from Ben as Xiaohao is
We are
between
fighting
turrets.
this.
He's looking for Knight. He flash kicks into the public execution. Knight trying to stun them all up, but he will go down. It's a Xiaohao shutdown, but Ben is ready to burn EDG to a crisp. On trying to get away, will Tempered Fate himself as well as EDZ flashes over the wall. There's an emote. This is an emote time. Come on, bro.
That's 1,000 gold out of the 9.
I think my biggest question in this game, Hulk, is Sunyan going to die? He is 0-0-1.
He's
BLG
probably going to die
yet to take this man down.
He's going to die once. I have a feeling we're going to have a base defense, and he's going to be the last player up, and they're just going to try to hunt him. There's the value of the Bard, as we saw in real time. If Seraphine has Flash, if the Ashe has Flash, you just throw the Tempered Fate on them, and they lose that Summoner spell, or they die.
I mean, this would just be... I don't really have a word for it. The kind of
I think Dre's dead.
That would have occurred, but I don't think that's going to happen. Encore going to land on a Viper. He'll immediately cleanse it. You can just see those big yellow chunks that happen when somebody is very strong and you don't have a lot of health. Sunyan will unfortunately meet his first death. It will be at the hands of Viper, who's picking up a double kill. Israel coming through to leave. Oh, wow, he is below half HP. And Checker Solera lands on a Knight. Here comes Xiaohao, but Knight with a nice buffer there gets kicked away. ZDZ is now being chased down by Bin. When a taser does that much damage, it's just so difficult.
He just wins this, by the way.
In the 2v1, cooking some shrimp on the Bobby, flashing after ZDZ. A double kill for him as well. That 10K gold barrier has been broken. EDG have been broken, and the Baron to BLG.
For them to actually kill this champion. So, 5th dragon of the game, 3 Infernal Drakes. They are really, really ahead. Like, I know it says 12K. It's going to feel like 14 because 3 Infernal Drakes with their builds right now.
Inhibitor turret. That thing got destroyed in just a couple of moments. The inhibitor going down next. We still see ZDZ pushing in this top wave. He really wants that turret, wants to make sure that EDG at least pick up a structure this game. Yeah. And he does get it and immediately starts his recall as the siege continues.
Wow. I thought I was saying inflation. This might actually be a 14,000 gold lead here for BLG. As they get 2 inhibitors. They still have the Baron for another minute and a half. They're just wailing away on turrets. EDG need to do something, but they have no damage.
Keeper's Verdict lands onto 2, but BLG has been here before and has failed to finish. I don't think that'll happen again, but it might be in the back of their minds. Xiaohao goes in and is immediately going to have to go out. The Between Worlds lands, but I don't see anybody's health bar dropping except for Benz as he gets blown up. It's a shutdown to ZDZ. Leave getting burned away for the Arcane Storm, but Knight got charmed up. ZDZ's on this backside trying to get in this damage. EDG still alive somehow. It's a 3v3. Xiaohao's got to get back to the fountain to heal up, though, on Knight and Viper continue to try to end the game. The last Nexus turret has fallen. Xiaohao gets to Viper and falls, and BLG, was there really ever any doubt, will take game 1 fairly easily.
HP.
Oh, he gets bumped right into a traffic cone. Oh my God, nice flash from Xiaohao. The knockup is there, but it's not enough to save him. Xiaohao gets first blood for EDG.
Nice, but I'm not expecting Cozy Campfire to be Soraka Q, or Soraka W, so Trendle is pathing down again. Shin has a way of being able to answer bottom lane, but I wonder if that is really going to be his goal. Most likely just going to be covering. Leave.
He's got that barrier back up. He wants that last kill. Wow! Viper manages to find the kill. Zhui trades him out, but that's a huge up there for the BLG bot lane.
Oh, that's double summoner spells there. Pantheon is in the area. Can they really find On? Yes, Flash, he's going to use it.
Yeah, but that traffic cone is going to stop him. The super mega fire kick along with the chomp out of Xiaohao means that EDG pick up another savvy pickup in this game.
He also went for Storm Raider Surge, which is another piece of tech. Doesn't have anything like the Arcane Comet. We've been seeing Leave, brother.
He got exhausted. He's up against the wall. He dashes away, gets knocked up, and Shun shows up for good measure, and he got that kill from downtown. And now the flash is there onto Zhui, and BLG take down the EDG bot lane. Very difficult to be able to go up against the bot lane like that.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of shame. There's a little bit of shame when it's your fault.
Hey, listen, sometimes they just get the better of you. I don't think anybody would call you crazy if you said that Viper was better than Leave as a player. Grubs went over to BLG. ZDZ's on an island. EDG going to try to return in kind here.
Oh, they're
on the
TPing.
bin. Teleport going to be used by ZDZ, but is going to be interrupted by On. It's perfect. Bin onto the turret, trying to survive. Flashes away. The dash is in, and Leave is able to pick up the kill, and now it's time for EDG. Really extend this gold lead and put yourself in the driver's seat against the team that's not going to give you too many opportunities to do so.
Both of these buffs, by the way.
The flash. Shockwave there onto Sunyan. Sunyan in trouble. The Strangledorn's going to go down. On's going to get knocked up, but they don't really have the damage to be able to take him down. Leave with the calling. The protection is not there because of the traffic cone. So they're able to trade one back, but Viper gets in there and is dealing some big damage to the support and jungler of EDG as both teams back off. In the blink of an eye, he can drop that Grand Starfall and get in there, and maybe he just might. Looks like he's heading toward the mid lane a little bit here, so won't do so. He will instead make a beeline for top lane to try to get a kill onto ZDZ. Viper also headed up as well. EDG themselves looking to meet Shun and Viper, and Zhui is about to face check here, and he took so much damage, and down he goes, and now it's a 3v2. EDG Leave. Yeah, that's right. You got to get out of there. Does BLG get the pick and even up the gold?
Information and more gold being taken away by BLG, as small mistakes are what are going to kill this EDG team right now.
Oh, he dashed into the root! He's dead! The spear over the wall from Shun!
Trying to posture, were they able to see On, who just teleports back in? I don't think this is a real play, guys. Let's get our gold and try to find what our next plan of motion is right now. BLG are just getting advantages here in this game off of...
And now you're starting to feel it slip away, and that means that the pressure is kind of getting turned up a little bit here. Shockwave going to go down onto Xiao Hao. His Knight wants to keep EDG here. On is here, so is Viper.
I do think that Zyra is actually getting a lot of value, even if she is down 1,000 gold. She's facing against the Luden's Companions, Orianna, so as we just saw, things like that are going to happen.
Yeah, that was a little brutal.
We have control of the river right now. They're trying to play on this mid-wave lead. You got to be careful, brother. Oh, that is breath of life right before this fight.
Oh, flash stun! Here's On, but a good flash away from Leave, and they turn it around and On. What a
my God!
By Knight. Oh my goodness! Viper flashes in, and BLG slams the door on EDG.
Well, that play went from bad to worse in favor of BLG, as now they get the Herald to spawn in mid. They're going to take the mid turret. They're going to get this dragon for free off of that play. Knight finding a 3-man Shockwave lined up with Viper Xayah. Really great stuff there, and on a game that is kind of on the edge here for EDG, they've now been fully pushed off the cliff here, and we're going to see a very similar state of play from game number 1, where ability to do so again.
Another knock up. Here comes Pantheon. Stranglethorn's going to land on multiple members, but they don't have a ton of damage. Shun's able to get the kill, and everybody on BLG's alive. Leave is late to the party. On EDG, do whatever you can to make sure that he's as uncomfortable as possible. You talked about needing to see ZDZ at some of these fights. That was the opportunity, that fight right before that third dragon. And in the blink of an eye, BLG hit the go button.
He has been the player with the least amount of blame, I think, watching all of their series so far this year.
No doubt
oh my
goodness, another beautiful play. We might not have had the replay of the last one, but that one is certainly fulfilling enough as Shun gets onto the back line. Zhui gets flashed after and goes down. It's a double kill for Knight, and Sunyan's on the run, and he is trying to break some ankles. He's going to try to teleport away, and he will succeed.
G, or well played by BLG, you can be the verdict of that one. Trying to get into this pit. Xiao Hao does have flash. Even if he makes the steal, I think this game's tough, but gonna look.
Let's see if you can get it. Shun is very low. It's secured by BLG. ZDZ will be able to find on, but Knight is right there. And the turn is here. Xiaohao will fall as well. BLG's gold lead has swollen to 6.6K.
It essentially breaks the game in half. It means that BLG are going to continue with their lead. They're going to have this bear, and they still have 2 minutes, so it looks like they're going to go and push on bottom lane wave. He's on track to keep that alive.
I don't know how the hell you load up into a game of League of Legends, average less than half a death, and in this game, you're lowering that average. That's incredible. They're going to go after Bin here on the side lane because it's really the only thing they can do. And Bin's Goose is just a little bit cooked. ZDZ gets a kill, but BLG will push the mid lane.
They've got Baron, and they've got 3 grubs. The turrets are not going to be very long. As you can see,
What
3 item
turrets?
Zaya also, which we did highlight, is going to be a big power or spike in strength for them. Comes through. They're going to grab this inhibitor turret. They didn't get to push out too much up top side. Leave is
He got
probably dead.
exhausted. Yeah, he got charmed up as well. The breath of life may only mean death as Viper drops down the Feather Storm.
Oh!
Knight shows up as well for a kill. Viper's still alive.
Viper!
Sunyan can't take him down. Nobody can take down BLG in this game. It's a triple kill for Knight. 7, 0, and 5. Medjai's almost fully stacked. He won't get there though because the Nexus turrets will fall. BLG go up 2-0 in the series.
He might be EDG's mid laner, but BLG are absolutely sunning these guys right now.
Good route there by On. Heal going to be used by Zhui as Viper. The net doesn't
Viper.
quite land, but now
What's this?
Leave is in the mid of Viper. On desperately trying to get away, but it's going to be first blood going over to Leave. Okay, Knight getting a little bit of chunk. One thing to mention here is Viper and On have both returned to the lane is that Viper's got a pickaxe advantage. As we're seeing Bin get dove here. And Xiaohao making the play. 2-0 EDG early.
Getting the Fiend Hunter bolts and the Kraken Slayer feels really nice. And then once you get those 4 items, you basically become a teamfight goddess.
Well, this means that it's totally fine for EDG to let this dragon go, have this little lead that you have and try to build on it, or...
Very simple composition. So it does come down to some of the variables, like how many dragons do you have? Do we have something like a Herald that can get us started?
Oh, Knight flashing after Sunyan. He's going to try to kill him with the perfect execution. Got the job done. And Knight with the solo bolo. I knew it was like, I have this, man. Speaking of, CDC, have to flash away as Bin has him in his sights. Shun going to flash after him with a Cyclone. No knockup to be had from Bin, but another knockup from Shun gets the job done, and BLG has quickly evened up the kill score. Yep, they're pinging it out, so BLG is well aware this is happening. Sunyan going to move over to Xiaohao just to make sure he's okay, and now they might try to attack On here, who's cosplaying as Shun. Walk the obvious way, take about half of his HP, but there's nothing further to be had. This does mean that Viper is unable to step up to a crashing wave. Gonna trap down, nice couple of headshot procs with an ace in the hole that's blocked by Jway Shield.
Still fine.
Wait,
right now,
Viper?
Viper, you gotta
He
be a little
stepped
bit
up so
careful here.
far, the knockup is there. Viper, what are we doing? Leave gets his second kill of the game. Now he's gonna look for On. Charging forward, but Shun there to disrupt and make sure that Leave can't get anything more.
Well, that was definitely an unforced error. I was just complimenting BLG. Time to teleport back and finish his Leandries. I think he's going to die
He might be
instead.
teleporting back soon. Yeah, he's going to be teleporting back soon for sure. Double stun there for Tibbers, but it will not matter. Knight gets kill number 2.
They get priority. I don't think we're fighting this dragon right now. I think for EDG, what we're looking at is we're just going to walk up. That's Leaves ultimate as well. Now, they have control of bot lane. EDG's going to get second dragon, it seems.
Well, Shun's going to the blast cone, check things out, determine that he does not want any part of this. And it will be the dragon to EDG. So the first 2 dragons go 1 apiece for either side. Next objective not going to be for about 3.5 minutes. And EDG probably going to be a little sad about that. Should allow some BLG members like Viper. I was going to say Shun as well, the time to get items, but he just picked his up. But now the charge is going to be let down here on the bottom lane as On gets knocked up and taken down. Xiaohao 2-0-2. We didn't mention how good having an enchanter is with Xin Zhao, and you see it here on display. Well into that late game, and not be in any sort of danger. And right now, EDG are putting themselves in that position.
Hell yes.
Leave gonna look to take the 1v1 against Viper. Will walk him down. Teleport gonna land for Knight, and Knight will trade it back, getting his third kill of the game. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, ZDZ trying to deal with Bin, but guess who shows up again? It's Shun to save his boy Bin in the top lane.
It's a 2-for-1 right here, and maybe Knight looks for one more.
Get
He's
him.
gonna flip. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Gunblade as well. Doesn't even need the ultimate. Oh, Xiao Hao.
Oh, the flash is there. Knight gets the heal for the extra movement speed as well.
This Renekton is just getting bodied with the amount of control. They weren't able to leverage this into much from the earliest state of the lane, and a bit of a wasteful one. The top lane quest TP is really strong.
Knight now almost 2,500 gold up by himself. Dragon, as you mentioned a couple of moments ago, will go to EDG. Third of the game overall, second for EDG. There's a Hextech Soul, so if you can get there, you'll be all right. ZDZ walking up a little bit too far, gets the stun on the Knight, but goes down anyway. 5-0-0.
Essentially confined to playing mid and maybe one other lane. So it's becoming less and less playable for EDG, especially because BLG are just getting gold by avoiding some big fights. And
in these fights, you know, not only is he down so much, but if you're down so much, you have to at least be doing something, trying to make things happen in some of these fights. And it feels like he is just never around or never taking any action.
not, you know, maybe looking for angles. That angle shooting coming in means that EDG lose the play. And that's I think a fairly big mistake coming in from EDG's AD carry. So that you can alleviate that pressure. But now, thanks to Knight, thanks to what BLG been able to do, they finally cracked the mid-tier 1.
He's picked up that last whisper, so building into that Lord Doms, presumably, that you were talking about just a couple of moments ago, he's going to step up and look to hit this turret and will be able to take it down, but he steps on a trap, gets a little bit of damage out here. But again, look at what's happening on the top lane.
And they're going to feel really strong going into this, Yanni. It doesn't matter that this dragon isn't a dragon soul. It's going to put them on soul point, and they're going to have the combat stats to be able to fight as well.
And BLG may just decide that they're not interested in the fight for that dragon. They might just choose to continue their side lane pressure with this Baron buff that they now have.
I am assuming they are going to win this game from this position, but anything can happen. We have seen worse. Knight is still pushing topside, still has the teleport, finally gets himself an inhib turret. DG have to make something happen.
CDZ getting this TP off, but he's going to have to try to hit the flank, but look who's hitting the counter flank. Here is Knight's TP is going through. Xiao Hao in the pit with a lot of members of BLG. Here comes On with the pop blossom. Over the wall, Leave getting the ultimate. This could be his time to potentially cook his BLG, get that third dragon, but Knight is just too strong. Leave and Sunyan have to head for the hills as BLG get 3 and EDG can only get 1.
Give them that option. The Caitlyn trap line makes it impossible for them to walk without someone losing a summoner spell, someone losing their life. They'll grab a mid-tier 2, they'll rotate down into this bottom side, and there's a polymorph and a wild growth from this Lulu. Knight is just too far ahead, and he has been the best player for this team across this entire season. The fact that Xiao Hao was even allowed to farm some of these was mostly a formality, mostly like, hey, you can take that, we're going to take the rest of your objective map. All right, Leave, you finally got the kill onto On. You lose his flash, Sion's coming too. But there's no Wukong ultimate, so this is not really a play.
Viper low, burning away, and Sunyan is going to get his first kill of the game at this point. But hey, you know what? He's on the board. Maybe that's exactly what he needs. A little bit of extra confidence to start making plays as Knight. Try to do something here. Got the stun off onto ZDZ. He's trying to slice and dice. He gets a shield from Annie as Sunyan's going to stop Knight in his tracks. And here comes Xiao Hao, but Knight's going to follow and pick up the kill. ZDZ slices and dices in and shuts down Knight.
That's gold back into EDG. Can he survive? You've got a Lulu. You've got an Annie who similarly can also give you shields. Knight is again split pushing. ZDZ can teleport for this. And a very important dragon when if EDG get it, I don't think it helps them win the game, but if BLG get it, it ends the game on the spot. ZDZ is trying to fight, just trying to keep Knight interested.
Trap line is set up. Leave will not have that Infinity Edge. Here we go. The turn is to On here, so he's not going to be able to get into this fight. But ZDZ is also forced away. Xiaohao trying to find a way in, stepping on a trap.
Okay, wait a minute.
Shields. Xiaohao gets to the back line, but knocked up by Shun and knocks him away. Bin trying to frontline here, but Leaf has a lot of damage. The Dragon is secured by BLG. It is Hextech Soul. Ace in the hole goes down. Leave alive for the moment. But here comes Knight trying to cut him off. Teleport coming in from ZDZ. But I think EDG might have stuck themselves on an island. The traps are there, the knockups are there, but ZDZ, no worse for wear for the moment, but the minions will be pouring into the base.
Almost 6,000. That is Knight's lead. So if he's not there, that's why that fight is even. On ended up dying in the back end, but Xiaohao just goes way too far. He gets way too poked out.
Looking for the flank. This could be the last fight of the game. He's going to start up these wolves just to try to generate some fury, but a double super wave down to the bottom side as the middle inhibitor turret will fall, and EDG cannot find a way in.
We're going to continue to siege. Hextech Soul makes it impossible, so got a minute here. ZDZ's trying to find a flank. That's not going to be available to them. Shin is screening that very, very well.
At about half HP, it is beginning to drop even further. The second one starting to get chopped down, and the fight is forced to start. Sunyan down to about half HP.
Oh, no.
Leaf just trying to clear minions. He hits Knight
Oh!
and two shots him, and is trying to hold the line, but he gets knocked up. But the knockup returns.
Leaf
pushing forward. Pop Blossom for On, and Leaf goes down. BLG's road to redemption will not be easy, but they take their first step into their